And
Doing that on
God.
purpose. All right, we got Vagelis Krieger.
Vagisilus, what's up, dude?
Hello, guys.
What's happening?
Can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
So I'm a former Greek Orthodox Christian, and I just wanted to say some of my thoughts the last couple of months. To be honest, the reason that I'm not a Christian anymore, it's because I wanted to debunk HT. And the funny thing is, because I'm Greek too, not just Greek Orthodox Christian, I know how to read the original text in Greek. So that's what I did. And it's so funny because I see all of those wannabe Orthodox from America trying to say that, oh, you don't really understand the scripture. Oh, you don't really know what it says. Dude, it's my language. It's literally my language. When I found out about the Hanukkah thing, it was like I fell to a depression. Like I was so in pain because I don't know if you people understand the situation with Orthodoxy in Greece. We literally have the Greek Orthodox Church as the brightest part of our Greek history. People have Constantine in a higher regard than even Alexander the Great. So you can imagine how bad the situation was when I found out about the Hanukkah.
When you found out that Jesus celebrated Hanukkah?
I literally
what Hanukkah celebrates itself as a festival, right? What it
no, about Jesus celebrates Hanukkah. That was the crazy thing, because I was like, dude, how can I worship a God that literally celebrates the death of my people? How can I do that? Like, that's crazy.
And then how many, just on your you had your, information about it, but how many just average Greek Orthodox people out there in Greece too, right, even know about that fact that Jesus celebrates Hanukkah?
No one. No one.
I don't see how they would be able to accept something like that. No.
Dude, the funny thing is, all of my friends are Greek Orthodox Christians. Like 99% of my friends are Orthodox Christians. So when I'm telling that fact to them, like when I'm saying, oh dude, look out Hanukkah, they're like, oh, I don't want to see anything. I'm like, just Google it, dude. Like you don't even read the Bible, so you don't know anything about the Bible. But just Google Hanukkah and Jesus. It's not so hard. I literally went to debunk HT. I literally went and read the original Greek text. Because I was like, no, maybe it's the translation, maybe it's all of this. So let's go and just read it from the Greek book. And I'm like, so it's true. Like, it's just true. And it's really funny because the majority of the foreigners, sorry about the word, English people, French people, Americans don't really mind the thing about the Hanukkah because they can't really see themselves as Greek. But I am Greek. Those are my ancestors. They spoke the same language as me. They had the same alphabet as me. They have the same characteristics, the same skin. So I'm like, how can I celebrate a god?
And let me tell you that at least in the West, the United States, the most popular Jewish holiday that most secular people, just regular people, non-Jewish people encounter, is Hanukkah. Like that's the most famous thing that they everybody knows. Like it's like the equivalent for Christmas, like then kind of. It's not, but in most people's minds, it is. So all around the Western world, people know that Jews celebrate Hanukkah. But I grew up all my life not even knowing what it was a celebration about. So the fact that it's a celebration about genociding Greeks and non-Jews, and it's also then something that Jesus celebrates himself. is an insane fact that I don't think, like, let alone Greek people know about, but I don't think anybody in the Western world really does.
Like, I don't think that like any Greek knows about that fact. Like, when I'm having this conversation, even with devout Orthodox Christians, people that I have been active, like in an active club together in Greece, like literally, like going out and doing like things in the real world, and like when I'm saying anything about Jesus, when I say anything about Orthodoxy, like, dude, like it's so bad. You don't understand how much more like severe brainwash we have when it comes to Orthodoxy. Like, people are literally like closer to Constantine or Paleologos, or like all of those like saints, so-called saints, are closer to them than
You say his name is
than,
Saint Paisios, you mean? That guy? I've heard him
yeah.
a lot as a Ortho bro. Ortho bros love that guy.
Paisios is like, it's such a joke. It's such a joke because I know all of his history, and he's literally like worshipped like almost like a divine figure nowadays in Greece, because he was a coward when it came to World War II. Paisios like didn't want to kill any Italians in the war. He had a rifle and he was cowered inside of a rock for a couple of days to avoid the conflict. And I'm like, we celebrate a coward. A coward? Like what? Like, what's up with us? Like what's wrong with us? And then I found out about the Hanukkah thing, about Jesus, like about all of those things. Everything makes sense. Now everything makes sense.
Oh, that's powerful as fuck, bro.
So sorry about shouting. You know, I can't have this conversation with any Greek. If I have this conversation, like it's literally going to like finish in a fight. Like, we are going to beat each other. Like that's how bad the story is.
They probably think you're lying to them. They think you're lying, or you're trying to, like, defame Jesus or something.
Dude, like, those people have seen me literally like beating the illegal immigrants up, like in real life. And I'm like, how can you not believe me? Like, I have literally like been active with you. You have seen me like before. So I
Welcome
don't
to
know.
the Twilight Zone. Welcome to the Twilight Zone.
Welcome to our world, bro. You're here.
You made it, bro. You're here. This is real life.
Like, I was
But that's
literally
really cool
like,
to hear, though. We don't usually. I haven't heard anything from like a European.
I remember
perspective.
you. I remember you.
Really,
I remember you.
bro. This guy came in here trying to hate watch and debunk you, and oh man,
That's good.
the thing is, like, I was literally like writing in the chat in HD stream, like, oh yeah, he doesn't know the truth. We need to explain that to him. I'm Greek, I know Greek, so I will explain that to him. And then I'm going to search what he says, and I found out that I'm a retard. Like, I'm a retard. Like, it's like it's crazy. Like, I'm like, how can I like? How can I find something?
retard, bro. I mean, let's kind of bring it around and understand, because it's so interconnected with Greek nationalism and identity, and who it's called the Greek Orthodox Church, right? It's the Greek. It's and the Eastern. All the subsequent Orthodox churches, Russian, right, Bulgarian. It's all stems from the Greek Eastern kind of Byzantine Christianity. So they're very proud of it. It's a part of your history for a very long time. So this is a mind fuck to see how like subversive it is, really.
Like, I'm not claiming that there is no like historical figures in the Byzantine Empire that were like loving Greece and they wanted the greatest thing for the empire or anything like that. I'm not saying that. We had the Bulgar Slayer, Basil, and he was like, he literally went and blinded the whole army because he wanted to make a message. Like, that doesn't sound Christian to me. But except some like fringe exceptions, there is nothing like to show. There is nothing to show about the Orthodoxy. I remember I was trying to explain to one of my best friends, literally like my best friend, all right? He just married a couple of months ago in a Greek Orthodox church. He's such a devout Christian that those people that you invite on the space are nothing compared to him. They're nothing. They are not even, they don't even know Christ. He's such a devout Christian. And I tried to explain to him that I understand that it's a very good tool for you to hold your urges and go into how can I say it? In a divine kind of version of yourself. But you need to understand you can't be a nationalist and be a Christian. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't go together. Did you know that in before the fall of Constantinople, for a lot of retarded people in Istanbul, before that city fell, 95% of the people inside of the city, men, literally took the role of the priest and went inside of Hagia Sophia, what's the I don't Hagia Sophia in English, and avoided the war, avoided everything. They didn't. They choose to be cowards inside of a temple, and only 5% of the males in Constantinople choose to fight the invaders. Even the historical text shows that the church was against the war. They agreed to surrender. So, even the church, for the revolutionary war in the 1821, our independence against the Ottoman Empire, the church disavowed the revolution. They disavowed it. So, every single step in our recent history as Greeks, the church
It's
was
almost
a
like
passive.
having Muslim Turkish rule is actually the end logical point of having a Christian controlled state or a Christian controlled Greece.
Oh yeah. I mean, they literally said to the civilians to not take any part of the revolution because it's against the church. It's written. We literally have we have text from the specific kind of people in the church that wrote that, and every single step of nationalism had the church in opposite to them. No, the church never supported nationalism. They disavowed Golden Dawn, one of the Greek nationalist party in Greece. How many things you need to see to understand that the church it's against nationalism. You can't be a nationalist and be Greek Orthodox.
No, it's crazy too. We have a Russian equivalent, kind of. He's Rurik. He's a friend of mine, and he's also ex-Orthodox. He's red-pilled on the Abrahamic question, kind of like you are now. And he, from his own perspective and country, exposes the exact same pattern where the Orthodox Church either subverts the indigenous government or actively collaborates with hostile enemies like the Bolsheviks, where they were one of the main cheerleaders for not just the Bolsheviks, but the coalition government that the liberal, whatever the interim government was. I think it was the July Revolution, and then there was the October Revolution. So the church was fully on board with all of it. They saw it as a logical conclusion to the moral preaching that they do. And I think that's what they saw as the Muslims. Why would they not say that the Muslims are more pious or something than their own corrupt leaders? So therefore, the Muslims should control control Constantinople.
First of all, like the head of the Greek Orthodox Church for the last like 100 years, he's not even Greek. Most of the times he's like a Turk, he's like a Syrian, he's like something else. And I'm like, how can you make that sound nationalistic? How can you make that work? I can't I mean, we like it's the thing that I started with. Like,
well, were you
if you
noticing these things before you finally realized that we were right? Like, were you noticing these kind of weird patterns? Like, why does the church do that?
Yeah, of course I did. Of course I did. When I was in the army, I remember like people like saying, "Oh, the church blesses our guns," and I'm like, "Where? Does the church bless our arms?" Like I was like I literally have a driving license for a tank. And I remember when we went for training and all of that, they said, "Yeah, we will bear the cross." And we're like, bear the cross, like from where? The church doesn't bless our guns. Never. There was never a single incident in the Greek Orthodox Church that blessed a gun. So what would be the difference, like with now? And I'm like, I'm hearing all of those, I'm hearing all of those things from the majority of people are converts. They are not even like raised in the church. I was baptized in the Greek Orthodox Church. Like all of my parents, all of my relatives are Greek Orthodox. Like I never heard something like that. Blessed guns? Blessed weapons? Where? I literally know the original prayers. I can literally start to like. I remember every single like prayer in Greek. I can't take it out of my mind. And people are saying, "Oh yeah, I went to church twice and now I'm a Christian." Dude, you don't even know a single prayer in Greek.
Oh, it's a massive problem here, bro. In the right wing sphere of things. It's a real kind of growing, at least on the internet side of the dissident right. I think what's happening is that American Christians are finding these same problems in their own religion, but think that they can find another flavor, a more mystical, ancient, Eastern form of Christianity, right? And then that's when either they go with the Roman Catholic, but that's kind of not working out well. So then they go Orthodox. They find what that is, and they will convert. So you're noticing that now a lot, I'm sure.
And they claim, "Oh yeah, it's more conservative." Conservative for what? The Greek Orthodox Church just allowed the gay marriage in Greece. What are you like? Are those people so like illiterate? They don't know how to read. I don't understand what's the problem with them. I really don't understand what's the problem with them.
There's shills. There's guy Jay Dyer. I'm sure you probably heard of him. He's a
dude. As you can like. As you can make out, the English is not my first my mother language. Like I know that I can sound a bit weird, but I'm so sure that if I had a debate with that like retard, she will not be able to like even back up a single claim because I literally know the original text. He doesn't know a thing. First of all, what's up with all of those people saying the word logos? There is no logos. It's logos. So at least go and pronounce the word the same way as the Greeks before saying that magic word like a spell.
Well, you're invaluable here now, dude. Being a native Greek speaker, so many of these coping Christian retards on here use word games like this, right? Mixing up ancient you don't know, the Jews aren't the real Jews from before because they were called something different and it's something else in Greek, right? Judeos or Iudeos, and they use all these word games, and it's like, no, fucker, it's in the, there's a real way to read it,
So just it's more of a tip, more of a guide that I'm giving as a Greek. When people are trying to use those words, just tell them that you never had that conversation with a Greek because they will laugh at you. First of all, half of the words that they use, they don't even use the modern grammar of Greek, let alone the one that they used in the like New Testament. Like I remember, I don't know what, I think he was a convert that came to the CQ radio a couple of weeks ago, and he said, ethnoi? And I'm like, you mean ethne? Like, you don't even know that O and I in Greek, it's pronounced E. So all of those people are trying to use a language like to sound smart, and they literally sound retarded to a Greek. Dude, I'm sorry for being so frustrated and shouting. It's just I can't have that conversation with Greeks. Like I can't.
No, that's what
like,
it's here for. The CQ radio is to let it all out, vent, and dude, you're a very interesting, valuable perspective. So we appreciate you coming up here.
How long?
Okay, this is the test. How bad is it?
Oh,
You're
sorry.
way better, Amalek. You're good.
Wait, do I sound good?
Yep, that's
Yeah,
it.
perfect.
You're perfect
No
now.
shot, for real. So I had to restart my whole thing.
You're literally no. It sounds super clear.
Awesome.
Can you
Yeah,
check
something.
that?
Dude,
It's
have you
it
been
has
hearing
some.
this Greek guy?
Yeah. I just
Cool.
didn't want to talk and interrupt because I thought it was gonna
Okay.
be like really boring the whole time. So I've been listening the whole time. This is fire. I like this. Yeah, I owned EMJ today on his little Greek bullshit. Did you see that by any chance? He's a fucking retard. He's trying to say that like. He's trying to say that like.
he thought.
I
Let me use AI to figure this out. Right?
I
That was that
fucking
post.
hate these people, dude.
Yeah. Terrible.
It's so it's so funny because even when I was like a Christian, I remember like hearing all of those like retarded takes, like, oh yeah, but that word means that in that way, and I'm like, dude, no one believes that. No one believes that. I don't know how,
dude.
like.
Dude, I listen. So for a long time, like, cause I've had like an interesting journey or whatever, but just in like the last like 6 or 7 months, I would say maybe 10 months, I've been emailing priests and emailing like seminaries and emailing like all like people that are actually in the church because they're all, I realize that they're all very easy to get hold of. You can just on their websites they have their emails and a lot of them have just like live chats and you can just ask them questions and none of them see it this way at all, even slightly. These guys have their own interpretation of the Bible that's unique to just them.
Sorry, I just need to ask that. Is HT in the space right now?
Yeah, he's on the CQ radio account. He's listening to what you're saying.
All right, I just want to ask him how much harder it's for you to have all of those retards speaking about Christianity without knowing anything when you already done so many sacrifices. How much harder can this be? Because for me, it's like it's insane. It's insane. I'm feeling like I'm talking with like people with dementia, like with some issues with their brain.
Yes, Christ brain. That's what we're talking about. It's diagnosed. It's a real thing. Christ brain, and it makes you feel like you're in the Twilight Zone, like it's a bad dream, and you want to wake up, and you're like, I thought we were all cool. I thought we all hated Jews, and now I'm talking about the number one Jew on the stick, and you hate me now? Weird. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense. It just it's so hard. Like I remember I had this like when I left Christianity, I was like, oh, it's going to be so easy. I will just show them the Hanukkah because we are Greek. So everyone will be like, I can't worship a God that hates me. I can't worship a God that celebrates the massacre of my people. And I'm mentioning Hanukkah to people, and they're like, never mind, I don't care. Like, oh, he's my savior. I'm like, he celebrated our deaths. What do you mean he's our savior?
Exactly.
That's
I
heavy.
mean, we use that point all the time, dude. Greeks, you're our brothers. You know, you're blood to us. So when you talk about that, it's like, how are you pro-white when this Jesus character celebrated the slaughter of white people? Like, fuck that. Fuck that. We're not gonna celebrate that. We're not gonna. That does not represent white
No,
tribe.
I'm telling you, HT. Even if that God is real, all right. Even if it's real, I can't worship him. I can't. He's my enemy. He's
There, yeah,
literally my enemy.
yes.
Let's
Exactly.
go.
Exactly.
He's all of our enemies, bro. He's
He
all of our
slaughtered the
enemies.
Greeks. He wanted to overthrow Rome. Like, fuck this Jew. I'm rooting for the Romans to spike.
Let's Rome install it.
Dude,
Let's
I
go.
literally, like if, even if there's like another supernatural creature that has powers and can beat like this Jewish god, I'm with him. Like I will literally make sacrifice to him. But I'm not going to worship this retarded entity that for some reason wants us to be passive. But at the same time, it says, "Oh yeah, the Jews, they can have their own like state and their own like ethnos." But yeah, you Greeks, no, you're Jewish. No, you're. And if you claim that you are Greek, then you are not a Christian. Then I'm not Christian. It's very simple. Then I'm not a Christian.
Yeah, Amalek, you're gonna have to clip this one.
Yeah, that's funny. That's definitely true, though. I get why he's pissed. I mean, I'd be pissed too. So you, I think it's funny that you came in trying to debunk it or whatever, too. 'Cause that's how I
Dude,
felt.
I was so sure that I will make it still look like a retard. I was so sure I will be like, oh yeah, it's going to be so easy. And then I was like, oh, so
That's how I felt. That's how I felt with Adam. That's how I felt with Adam. I was like, this is gonna be so easy. I was basically like, okay, I've gotten good at debunking my own previous ideas. So now I'll just be able to go in here and debunk Adam's things. And then he'll be done with it. And he can move the fuck on. Like, this will be very easy. And then like just like went in doing an internal critique and realized that, oh wait, holy shit, he's actually right. So
yeah, I mean the Hanukkah one is especially just from a pro-white angle is that's a bombshell. That's like airtight for how you can't support that at all. And honestly, it kind of came. I don't know who first brought it up, but I only heard it like a month or so ago. Looked it up. Yeah, definitely. It's in the text. That's what the hell is. That's what Hanukkah's about. So
they have a new pagan temple in Greece. That's what my chat says.
Yeah, I remember I went there. I even went to a celebration in Olympus to debunk those stupid pagans. That's when I was a Greek.
Last year or during the Olympics when
yeah,
they did that.
Yeah,
I remember the biggest memory I have is how Christians were seething about that online.
Yeah, I literally went there with my devout best friend, and we were there and just like insulting everyone, ready to fight everyone. Like I remember, like my friend literally like punched an old guy because he was like, "Yeah, but may God bless you," and he's like, "Oh, you cursed me," and he's literally thrown the punch to the guy. And they didn't even like touch us, to be honest. They didn't even try to do anything like that. They were like, "Dude, you are in a spell. Like, just go." Those stupid pagans, like worshiping Zeus is retarded. Like,
wait, listen. Gospels, go spells, spells.
That's insane.
Yeah,
I never saw that way. Yeah, it's like,
isn't that crazy? That really like getting us to like fight ourselves and thinking that our own gods are cursing us and they're demons.
Oh, dude, I was looking at them. I remember even the feeling. I was like, dude, just insult Christ a single time, and I will like get your jaw off your face. Like, I will literally chew your face off. Like, I was so like mad. I remember the feeling, and now I'm like, I was such a retard. I can't believe it. Like,
yeah, a lot of us were there in the same spot.
I'm glad you made it to the other side,
man. It just,
Hey, good news is you're awake. Bad news is you got some work to do now. Now you gotta help us work.
Dude, you don't even understand the brainwash in Greece. Like, it's insane. I remember I had a conversation with a monk in Agioros, how it's called in English. I don't remember. Mount Athos. Mount Athos, you know, the Mount Athos, or no? It's like the most sacred, like Orthodox place in the world. It's in Greece. It's like in the northern part of Greece. And I went there with my friends when I was Greek, like Orthodox Christian. And I asked like one of the monks there, and they say that this monk was a blessed like saint, future saint. And I asked him like, I like the situation with the illegal immigrants. It's so bad in Greece, and I'm doing some things to change that. Like, is that wrong? And he immediately told me that I'm not a Christian. And I'm like,
Wow.
Oh yeah, do you
maybe-
like that? Do you like that? Then wait, hold on. So, yeah,
Yeah.
whenever you go against them, they say you're not a Christian. Isn't that great?
and I'm like, that is like a so-called saint that tells me, a guy that wants to save his country, that I'm not a Christian because like I'm against the scumbags that rape our like girls and our like sisters. And I'm like, how that work? Like, how can I make that work in my mind? And I remember I was trying so hard to explain that. I was trying so much to explain that. Maybe it's because I'm too violent, or maybe I need to find another way. Or and in the meantime, I'm in the active club, like trying to like fix the issue in the city that I was like back in Greece. And now I realize that no, that was true. I was not a Christian. I was not following the laws of the New Testament.
You're absolutely right, Vigalis, but there's funny. There's some boomers seething at you in the comment section. Some guy with an American flag. This guy has to be a troll. He has an American flag in his profile pic saying that he reads Greek better than you do. So, yo, if you want to come up and talk some Greek,
I can have a full conversation about the original text, and I will say the whole thing in Greek. So if he's ready to do that, I don't have any issue with that.
Call him out by name, Primordial.
Yeah, he has a boomer name. What's this guy? Ray R Voltimore 84981. Come on up.
Come on down. Hey,
Talk to us in Greece.
Can you say Christ is King in Greek?
Christ is King. Ο Χριστός είναι βασιλιάς.
All right, thank you.
Let's go.
King is like βασιλιάς. That's the word.
Cool. Well, I'm glad we kept the space open a little bit longer and he moseyed on in here because you sound like a weight's been lifted off your shoulders.
Oh,
man.
dude, and thank you, HT, because if you didn't do those runs, I will probably never went to this crusade of mine to debunk you. Like, I will probably just keep like going, being a retard for no reason. And like, I understand that some people are claiming that, oh, you are like you offend people and you are too like rassy and like without tact. But in reality, that makes like men like be men. When I was in the army, like the officers didn't tell me, oh, can you please like Ivan, can you please do that? No, they were like, you will do that. Like, it's not debatable. You will go and do that. And if you didn't do that, you got in jail. So that's very simple. It's very simple. So I don't understand why men are acting like they are like teenage boys.
Well, it makes men feminine, and that's part of it too. It's a feminine quality of where, like, because when I was challenged by my European friends, they challenged me too, and just like what Nemor Amalek shared and what you just shared is, I'm gonna debunk them. You're gonna challenge my faith. I'm gonna accept your challenge because that's what Hey, you're a man. You're challenging me. All right, let's do it. Right? Okay. And then you just got to be honest at that point when you've done the research. I don't know how much time it took you, but like I wasn't solid in where I was at with that for like, I kind of like knew by 3 months, and then like 4 months, and then 5 months, and 6 months. It was like, okay, like this is fucking bad.
No, HD for me it was constant, because like it was instant, because the thing is, Hanukkah for me it's something else. Like maybe for some Europeans it's like, oh yeah, a distant relative, it celebrates their death and something like that. For me it's like my parents.
Too close,
like it's
to
my
home.
grandparents.
Too close to home.
Yeah, like, I know the original names of those people. I know the names, and I know how to pronounce their names, how to pronounce their words. I know how to read even the ancient sites, that it has some scripture on it, like, let's say, oh, that's the tomb of like this king. I can literally read that. It's my language. Yeah, it has some difference. Like some words doesn't have the same meaning, but I can read that it's the same alphabet. So when I go to those ancient sites and I see all of this like magnificent, like I can't even describe the feeling. And I'm reading like the words. I stepping on the place that my ancestors like built and created. And then I have all of those like people telling me, oh yeah, your ancestors, yeah, those dudes were retarded. They celebrated demons. And if you do the same, you will like burn in hell. And I'm like, wait, what do you mean by that? So that feeling that I have for the love about my ancestors, it's based on on pagan worship and on witchcraft. It's insane. It's insane. That's the only description that I can give. Like after learning about Hanukkah, I can't even understand how like Greeks read that and they just go with their lives.